What is poppin', y'all? It is your man Cloudboy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing, before, if you didn't see anything before, you saw my video on the top 10 most disappointing teams of the season list. And obviously, give that video a view, because obviously I have a lot of input on the teams that I thought were very disappointing, but this video is the most surprising teams. Now, to be honest, most of the surprising teams, yes, they made the playoffs. However, of course, you never know really what to think, and that's why I only have 5, because there's a lot of teams that are there, but not many really were surprising. There were some surprising teams, but here are my top 5. I mean, that's just how I feel. So anyways, let's get to it, because obviously we have a lot to talk about. So coming in at number 5, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is a team I was thinking at the very start of the season, this is a rebuild. They're going to start fresh with Jalen Hurts. They drafted Devonta Smith. And they're going to try to stack up their defense. They're going to it's a young team. But, over time, they're going to grow. But this is a team that actually, over time, they actually had an easy schedule and somehow were able to get into the playoffs. Now, Jalen Hurts doesn't have the talent to win a playoff game. We saw that already. I mean, they completely got demolished by Tom Brady and the Bucs. And, I mean, it was pretty unfair, because the Eagles just weren't ready. They just don't have the capabilities to really get themselves to be a better team, a better franchise, But this is the start. And honestly, this is a team I didn't even see even getting into the playoffs or even coming close. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams, finishing dead last. It was going to be a miserable season, especially with a new head coach coming in. And, I wanted to see more, but unfortunately, we weren't able to see that, which that was very unfortunate. But maybe in the future, we'll see that. So that's how I feel at number 5. At the number 4 spot, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now I'm not saying I'm going down the list of the seeding on where they seeded, but the Steelers surprised me only for one reason. This team should never have gotten in the playoffs. And I give Big Ben Roethlisberger so much credit for being able to get the push to even get the Steelers in the playoffs for even any reason. This was a team that struggled and struggled all season. This was a team that couldn't really move the ball down the field. Ben Roethlisberger wasn't really looking like himself, and it was tough because, lots of injuries, lots of COVID. This was a tough year for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and, I wanted to see them do more, but the problem was they couldn't do much, and this was very disappointing. It was nice to see them get into the playoffs, but this was a team that just was so reserved on offense. Their defense was overrated. This was just a season that, I could even put them under the disappointing category. However, the fact was they made the playoffs, and that's the only reason why I see them as some sort of a surprise. The number 3 team is, this one might not be a shocker, but it's the Las Vegas Raiders. They made the playoffs, given everything that they've been through. And, the firing of their coach, their players getting arrested, their backup guys having to fill in. It just was a lot for Raiders fans to really take in. And the fact that they were able to actually get into the playoffs with everything that they had in front of them on the line is just insane to even think about. I give them credit for actually fighting against the Bengals and actually making it a game. It just came down to one play, but came up short. But it's nice to see the Bengals get their first playoff win. But the Raiders really surprised me, and you know what? They continue to surprise me with all the things that they have done all season. Next up, I will say the New England Patriots are the number 4 team. Now, of course, this was a team that I knew was going to be in the rebuild process. I knew they were going to get better, but I wasn't really entirely positive if this was a team that was going to make the playoffs. I was thinking Cam Newton was going to start, and then Mac Jones was going to take over. I was thinking they were going to finish with a 500 record and just miss the playoffs. I was wrong. Cam Newton was cut. Mac Jones was the starter. Now, they started a little slow, but from time on time, there was a stretch where I was actually thinking the Patriots could not be beaten. Now, over time, I've realized, yeah, I think they were a little bit overrated, but I'm not going to really complain about it, because one thing is for sure, Mac Jones is a rookie and doesn't have many weapons, and obviously they really rely on their defense. Now, it's an unfortunate ending to their season after getting blown up by Buffalo, which was just a sad, unfortunate thing. I wanted to see the Patriots really try to fight, and some people even said they were going to get upset, but it was just an unfortunate way to end the season. However, I want to see more from the Patriots, and I think they're going to get better, and Mac Jones is going to get more confident, and I really want to see him do more successful things in the future for the Patriots organization. And then finally, I think everybody that will watch this video knows who the number 1 team is. That's the Cincinnati Bengals. This was a team that was supposed to finish last in their division because, keep in mind, the Steelers, the Ravens, and the Browns all made the playoffs last year. So, no one really gave the Bengals any consideration. They didn't just make the playoffs, but they won the division. Now, I get it. The Pittsburgh Steelers stunk this year. The Cleveland Browns stunk this year. The Ravens, well, I think they would have won more games without the injuries, but realistically, their defense couldn't do anything this year. They didn't really have anything going on for them. And the Bengals, we saw Joe Burrows. He's been playing out of his mind as of recently. Jamar Chase is going to win Rookie of the Year. They have a team that really is going to look dangerous in the next couple of years. And I'm very excited to see what the Bengals do in the future, but obviously it really comes down to how they do in the future. And honestly, I was really excited to see, coming down on the line, what will happen. So, that being said, if you like what you saw, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, it's Man Cowboy Bales. Stay tuned for more updates. And I'll just be saying go Pack Go, but it's whatever. See you next time.